Alright, I'll be in there. I'm just gonna run through my roster real quick.
How am I the away team? I was fucking 14-1. Like,
You like lost the Pro Bowl?
alright, I'm starting the game right now.
Okay. I'll be in there shortly.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55, as we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
So gay.
Tonight it's
Super Bowl's
on the line. We play
in the same stadium as last year.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gunn, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that part. And I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach the Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry,
the only good thing about it is that it accurately said it's Super Bowl 55.
What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
You watching the stream yet? Oh damn, they have CD Lamb? No, he's the Oklahoma wide receiver.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock and trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
Pretty quiet, yeah. Like, I have to have my game volume almost on mute to hear you.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey.
Here I
go. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen.
That should be better.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Gregory Olsen.
First carry for Christian
Now you're like too loud.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face
I'm not used to you being this
Certainly
loud.
looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that
Manager
yardage?
had Julio Jones and Mark.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good gain again.
He scored like 10 points on you.
Combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Yeah, I got kind of lucky.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Newton. That's it's Thomas.
Look at this cheese.
Get across for a Panthers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on the grandest of stages, with a whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about it, Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Damn, I can't
Here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game.
Shut up.
Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Josh Allen's going to rush for 1,000 next year.
Really can't.
What?
No, I was trying to
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the
make that halfback stretch go to the left, and since it was one of those run pass options, it wouldn't let me.
Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you
even
talk
though
about
I
Le'Veon
had no
Bell.
intentions of
Love the
passing.
way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Darnold, 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we
Duke Ejiofor is their
try and
starter.
be aggressive on their first series.
Is he really bad?
3 yards on that.
He was like an
last
8th round
carry.
pick by the
2nd and
Texans
7.
last year, so the Texans cut him in the franchise. He's still on the team in real life.
Now Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Like that double juke.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route.
Fucking Le'Veon tired.
Because they run it at varying speeds.
Didn't even run a goddamn
to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
That's right.
Out right here to Herndon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person.
He had sold out for that shit for no reason.
Catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Nice 6-yard run.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Open man is Troy. He's got it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down
Got
play.
blasted.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The give to Taylor. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Like, you know they were going to cut him, right?
After one,
No.
7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm just saying, like,
the Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
I do know that we traded, like, if we just lost Jadeveon straight up, we would have gotten a 3rd round compensatory. And if Seattle doesn't pay him moves, they're still getting a 3rd round compensatory.
That is caught
So
by
they essentially just
Anderson
got rid of
for
somebody
a
they're going
Jets
to cut, and
touchdown.
something they're going to get back if they lose the asset they traded for.
Anderson there to make the grab as they are now
said that
on the
right.
board here in the 1st half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl,
We literally traded a 3-time Pro Bowler for a 3rd round pick. And if you go, like, literally the Texans, like, last 6 or 7 3rd round picks have all been absolute garbage. Like all of them have been cut within like 2 years. See Martinez Rankin, gone. Braxton Miller, gone.
Deontay Foreman, right?
And that'll carry
Deontay Foreman, yep, gone.
For a touchback.
That guy from LSU, the linebacker, gone.
Offense comes back out onto the field.
God, I forgot his name, but he got caught smoking weed against the Chiefs. And they cut him like that same day. Him and that backup running back. It was when Casey Keenum was the quarterback. I don't remember what his name was, but he went to LSU and he was a 3rd round pick and they cut him. No.
At their 25-yard line. Now Cam, option left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But
what was that guy's name? He was like he was just a linebacker. Yeah, they cut him.
The defense get a chance to catch their ball, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got his
target, man.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
Oh, Julian Davenport. He was like a 3rd round pick. He fucking sucks. They traded him.
That was a tackle, right?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
You know, he was like 3 years away from being 2 years away.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman
what other shitty... Oh, defensive lineman from Notre Dame. He was a 3rd round pick. They cut him after like a year.
Who?
What was his name? It wasn't Stephon Tuitt. It was the other guy that went to Notre Dame. I think I'm looking up the draft. I think it was like the 2016 draft.
I'll look through it. Just play.
Let's see. Okay, so it might have been 2015. It wasn't 16. 16, Braxton Miller was the third-round pick. Oh, Jalen Strong. There's another third-round pick. He was fucking good, right?
Damn, dude, what happened to him?
What year was that Notre Dame pick?
Dude, Jalen Strong was a bust? What?
Lewis Nix, third-round pick.
Oof,
He fucking sucked. So yeah, the Texans literally have never drafted good in the late rounds. And I mean, it's not just them. Like, it's just, you know, it's a crapshoot.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Yeah.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
We got Seattle's.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Or is it next year?
I thought they said we didn't have a big runs.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone.
Oh my God!
The ball's out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Oh.
And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it.
Like, how the fuck did he get it again?
All you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping
it's just crazy to me that we traded 2 first-round picks for a worse player than we got, and then all we got was a third-round pick for a better player.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up.
It's not even like, you know, Tunks is under control, because he's a free agent too.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do in practice.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now, meanwhile, a pass
well, then they shouldn't have drafted that loser in the first round this year. Like,
well, he could be a good guard.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight.
2 young guys.
Unable to find anyone
3 young interior linemen. That might be
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle.
Just a...
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field.
Josh Jacobs
for a third-round pick when we would have gotten a third-round pick.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
So we could have just signed him straight.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Fucking stupid.
The Jadeveon side of it is really dumb, but Larry Tunsil
set to take the field.
And they already paid Jadeveon an $8 million signing bonus.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Escaping the
if
pressure,
they were really, like, if there's a side of it where
and
they
seeing
just
no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
Him on the roster.
Now that'll bring up
like
second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Not how they wanted to play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell.
And then they should have traded him a long time ago.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here.
That's what happens when fucking Penis Chin's in charge and doesn't know what he's doing.
I mean, perhaps he wanted to do it, but didn't get the okay.
Here's Darnold.
I'm still now.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Darnold on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I mean, the Texans are just a dysfunctional franchise. Like, point blank.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down and 10, Darnold. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring the running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
And then not to mention that, like, our second-round pick this year was terrible.
Carolina getting set to take the field. You're under 30 seconds
some
to
shitty
go. Field
corner
position,
from
not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
It was like a fourth-round pick that we drafted in the second.
What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
He got kicked out of practice.
No room to be had there on the first down run.
Yeah, because he was, it was when they were doing that the joint practice with the Packers, and he was like headhunting, and like they told him to stop, and he kept doing it, so they just kicked him out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl like abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the thing.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. Like in fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Yeah, it's stupid. I busted out a nice-ass run.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play.
You watch
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Well, first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. On second down, McCaffrey. down right around the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a...
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Walter said, someone in the Houston area, please stop Bill O'Brien before he trades away Deshaun Watson and then acquires Blake Bortles for 3 first-round picks. O'Brien has made 3 trades to date, and all of them have been losers. The Carlos Hyde deal wasn't horrible, but the Jadeveon Clowney and Laramie Tunsil trades are complete disasters. If I saw that the Texans dealt just 1 first-round selection for Tunsil, I would have thought that's a bit too pricey, but I can see why they did it. Instead, they gave up 2 first-rounders and a second-rounder for Tunsil and Kenny Stills. It's unbelievable. Tunsil is a good left tackle, so he'll automatically be an upgrade on the blind side. However, he's not a great player, at least not yet. He's still young, so he can still improve, but Tunsil is not worth 1 first-round choice, let alone 2. He gave us, you know how he grades the trades? He gave us an O'Brien Z-.
Z?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then he gave us a Z- for the Jadeveon Clowney trade.
Fuck Walter.
Walter said this might, in regards to the Clowney trade, this might be one of the worst trades in NFL history, and I'm not exaggerating. Jadeveon Clowney is a premier pass rusher and should have been acquired for a first-round pick at minimum. I know some Philadelphia fans who were fine with the Eagles surrendering a first-round pick as well as a couple players, Nelson Aguilar, Jordan Malaata, for Clowney. That's how good he is. Instead, the Seahawks barely gave up anything. A third-round selection in the upcoming draft is substantial, but it's a small price to pay for Clowney.
Yeah, the Clowney trade's fucking horrible.
God, they need to fire that fucking idiot,
first,
dude.
This now from 42 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there.
Walter said, Jacob Martin is a fine young pass rusher who showed a bit of potential last year, while Barkevius Mingo is worthless.
Kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
And he called
back out there at the
Barkevius Mingo worthless.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession. The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Back to the air, Darnold on second down.
God damn,
and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here.
Oh, bitch. Like an audible into the wrong thing.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Darnold. Anunua's got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, Jacob Martin's better than Clowney.
Is he?
Allow me to lie to myself.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Pro. It's just like that fucking rehab shit with the NBA players.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
God damn it.
Pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, and when I told you we didn't have a 3rd-round pick, that was before the Clowney trade. We didn't.
All you talk about is
they traded
taking care
it
of the football,
to the Browns.
especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball
He
to
was
get
a
the yardage.
6th-round pick.
The leverage by the offensive line to
Come on,
create
bro.
space
Jacob
up
Martin.
front. Really well done.
He looks kind of good.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result,
Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro.
You see, Le'Veon, he said, get off me. Get off me. Because.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage.
What is going on?
On the perimeter.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Oh my
First play
God.
of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton.
Let's go.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton.
AFC.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Super Bowl 55 hitting the home stretch. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. And we'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment. As it's
Carolina Panthers.
They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw.
Did you see that?
Taken down.
Did you see that? Oh my God.
Newton.
Exactly what
Did you fucking see that, dude? I read that perfectly.
Right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
A couple extra defensive backs right there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
I love how Christian McCaffrey is like the best blocker on demand.
Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're not having to go for it, everything is in this play. As you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Everyone kick a field goal.
On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Again, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they take a knee.
Jets. Get their pussies. Come on, just take it.
We are the champions. We are the champions.
Lombardi Trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone.
Remember when you said that it doesn't say of the world?
That's just got to be absolutely
and you were convinced
amazing.
that like that was fake, and it literally just said it right now.
But the accomplishment, forever.
I mean, there's like different versions of the song.
I know, but it was just funny that you were like so adamant that it didn't say it, even though it did.
I mean, it didn't in the original version.
Yeah, and then they recorded a radio version like a day later, and it did. So like, you just thought there was like a giant conspiracy was a funny thing, and it just wasn't the case.
And I just thought that for like 5 minutes.
And I just won back-to-back natties. You can't even make the playoffs. Oh my god.
There's always next year.